Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Seahawks going up against the Packers.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Now Hundley. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing, Hundley being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep lefts, and this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, 58 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go!
Play fake. Kaiser steps away. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he...
reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and short yardage, Kaiser. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. What? None. What? None. Ohio.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now the Packers get set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rear-view mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. On the run, it's Robinson. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up a stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They run. Robinson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
It's an end around. Cobb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Let's round! Come on, let's go!
On the toss, here's Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw is Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he's flushed out left. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fourth down, they snap it to Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Robinson. What a spin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On third down, that's Robinson. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Here we go.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll run. It's Drake. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second and goal, but still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got...
And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
First down, Kaiser. Being chased out left. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Colby Listenby, 36 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pick up on first down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They go play action. Kaiser. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hicks. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And a gain there of 11 yards. Kaiser on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hicks. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
10 more there and another first down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.